everybody, welcome to our presentation. Today we're going to be discussing about one of the most predominant topics, right, in management resource planning, which was old called as how to utilize and to control your resources that are being utilized inside your organization. Nowadays, it's been transferred into a mode broadcasted, right, to call an enterprise resource planning. An enterprise, right, has changed in management, and that is you're able to perform a management across your enterprise itself, the applications like the business modules you have in your organization. So it's like your finance, your purchase, your supply chain, your manufacturing, your inventory, your planning unit, your HR unit, your IT unit, all of those, how to be able to reserve them and how to utilize them. So today we're going to be looking on the first chapter of Introduction to the ERP system. And in our presentation, we're going to be looking on what is defining of the ERP system, overview and the benefits of the ERP system, right? The ERP related technologies that's being used, and the business process engineering and the rules of the information technology in the ERP systems, right? As well, the impact of the business process engineering, right, and the online analytical processing that is being performed, okay, during the analyzing of your data, right, and the advantage of using an OLP and the OLP for multi-dimension analysis, right, and as well, we're going to be looking on to the OLAP solutions, supply chain management, and logistics that versus supply chain management, benefits of supply chain management, and the complexity of having the supply chain management in place, as well the rule of supply chain management softwares, right, inside the ERP system, application of ERP, process preparation, and ERP industry applications. So when we look onto the defining of the ERP system, so we say that it is being known as the business process, right, management software. So it is basically you are in the organization either automating your management of your business or the automating of your back office, many back office function. So either I can use an ERP system as a management software from an organizational structure, the organization policy procedures, right, from the strategic plan, okay, or I might use that I need to automate my functional units inside the organization. So that could be related to technology, the services, or the human resources. So we're either talking about products or services. So the ERP, it is being integrating all the operations, right, which could be the manufacturing, the product planning, the development, and the sales and marketing. So those at the application level layer, and in which they are integrated to a database being called using an API, REST API, right, and application interface, which we were looking, and a user interface, a presentation layer that the end user can interact and calls through an API to the application, from the application to an GET API, REST API. So the ERP system, it actually has, in the nutshell of it, right, is that we are performing certain operations, right, to implement the ERP system. So we might have like the business intelligence solutions, right? We might be having as well the e-commerce, that's the online storing, right? And we do have what we call the enterprise asset management from the business intelligence, right? So you'll be having reports on the data that you are able to produce, right? Like your sales transactions, your purchase online, your financial transactions, okay? And those are all augmented into different heading through the O2C or the procure to pay, whether on your procurement, right? Your production, your distribution, accounting, human resource, corporate, performance and governance, and the CRM, customer relation management. So the ERP system, right, it's being considered as an enterprise application, and it is automating your business unit functions. If you decided to automate your functions, right, that you're using in your organization, it is being fit for either large model, right, or for small, lightweight organizations, right. So most of the organization, the most modules are they being predominant being used in organization. They are the OTC and the procure to pay. So you might have financial modules. You will find this most common. Supply chain management, manufacturing, planning, right? Human resources, and the CRM, dynamic CRM, or it could be the Salesforce CRM. So, or any sort of customized CRM. Those are most predominant. So the ERP system, right, a module, it's been divided up into two parts. So we have the product life cycle, and the other hand, we have the supply chain management. So the product life cycle, right, it includes the modules for your business, automating your business function like the purchase and manufacturing. We're talking about the P2P, right, procure to pay. And then you have a supply chain management is that you need to distribute. So after you purchase your materials, for example, you will manufacture and then you will distribute. Similar way, you have your warehouse management. You're storing the inventory, right? The products, right? And then you have a CRM module, right, where the customer will enter and perform the enter his information, right? The call center person will find places all the customers' names and data in which they are contacting, right, to the through a sales order, right, and sales invoicing and all the fulfillment, right, in order to purchase the uh, products from the warehouse, right, and they could go and collect them right from the warehouse. So that you need to have an online sales order. So supply chain management will perform as a module for online sales order, right? That will contribute into the warehouse, right, and contribute with the end customer, right, in order to purchase the product and to collect it from the warehouse. Again, we have from a product life cycle, we have a financial module, human resource module, in which we will have to take a decision support system, DSS, right, from a supply chain management, right, so you're able to perform what we call an online analytical approach on your financials and HR modules. So the benefit of having an ERP system in place in your organization, right, if you expect to have improved productivity, increase your efficiencies, right, decrease your cost and streamline the process. So once you implement today an ERP system, right, into your enterprise, whether you are a large scale organization or a lightweight organization, so the first thing you're gonna, once you implement it, you're gonna be discovering the difference, right, in between the current state and the previous state. And then you're going to be starting working on those applications, and then you're going to be looking onto the different results. So when you go to ERP implementation, right, first of all, you need to, after you install the software, so after you set up the configurations, you will install the software, right, and build a prototype, right. So a build a prototype, you will be building whether a dynamic or a static prototype of presenting to the end users how that application is going to be working, right, as a model. And then you start training on the real application, which is being, right, overseen as a business model, right, from a prototype, and then you train them on the real application, how to utilize those modules. Then you will, second phase, you will start performing UAT, user acceptance test. You will be testing the ERP system, and then you will be looking, more importantly, which all the companies look, is the reports, because those are the outputs they're going to be looking. So I will be looking for the last sales transaction had been performed, the last payments that had been cash statements. I need to get information onto the fixed assets, right? And that's under the GL. I need to get what are the journal entries I'm having, right? So all of these informations will be there. Then you're gonna be the final stage, finalize the model of the ERP. Well, those are the things which I need to work on. Conduct read assessments, and then you will deploy to live as the rollout for that application from the implementers. So when it comes to ERP implementation, right, there are two types, okay, what we call a workwise and workwise pairs, okay. So workwise, it means today as an expert person, right, I do have the expertise in ERP system, right, I will be able to analyze the customer business, and will be able to tailor a solution, right, that will fit within his boundaries. The other way is that we can do is we have a facilitated workshop, which we call it a workwise pairs, right? So each client who is a skilled consultant in proven industry, they can account to outside software needs to help to maintain and completely daily business activities. So we can build a facilitated workshop. We get the client, we present to them their the product, right? We all work together. They might be having expertise because they have worked with different ERP systems. For example, let's say if they're working on Arc and NetSuite and moving to AX Dynamics, right? So they have the expertise from enterprise and they need to look onto the differences, right? And during the implementations, the implementation, they as well, those end users will be taking a training as part of the facilitated workshop because they're trying to dig into expertise right on the tools and they're being used. Now, when we perform a work-wise benefit, right? So work-wise benefit, it is being um, benefits from the competition. So if I have a best model I'm providing, right, for an ERP system, right, with features that will fit the market and the customers, right, so I will be able to compete with those features to the product, right? The eventually some of them is that some manufacturers they might say that we will implement the same solution we're implementing, and that's why they may fall in the trap, right? That other competitors, right, they are upgrading their application with different versions, right? And in that case, that person who is still stick to his same version, so he will fall in the trap that he's not upgrading with new features as compared to the um, competitors, right? So we're saying that manufacturers they cannot afford to put all of their ERP implementations while their competition invests in the ERP and start reaping their benefits. So efficiency, it's very important to be dynamic, right? It's very important to be liquidized, right? So ERP solution they eliminate the repetitive of processes, right, and reduces the manual entry information. So when I have an ERP system implemented my solution, so let's take an example. Inventory, they need to have a count of the number of items that are in the rack, right, and in the packs, right? So they can have, with the technology used, they have the RFID, right, and they have the handheld inside it, the RFID. They will be able to easily, from a far distance with a laser light tracer, they will be able to count inside the pack how many packs are inside the box, and inside the box they are set onto the shelf, right? So we will be able to get information, so be more faster. Similarly, finance today, when you need to get reports of the salaries, right, that have been paid, right, so they will be able to just export a report, show a report from a certain period of time, and it will get them this year. Similarly, for the sales, if they need to compare their sales funnel or that is being performed on this year compared to last previous years, right? So even if they need to look for their sales forecast, so it is going to provide you with efficiency. Forecasting, I will be able to look on ahead, right? What is my plan? How I'm going to be targeting the market? What are the tools that I can be using, right? Uh, okay, to perform a focused market. So those are the tools that are going to be aid me to perform my uh, reports and give me a good visionary on how I'm going to invest in that business. Collaboration, you will find that since we have an integrated ERP system, so you will find that the whole units of the business enterprise have been working as an integrated part. Scalability, you will be able to scale up, right? So those features they're gonna be help the organization to grow up from a limited liability to a corporate, and from corporate to a multinational, right? Integrated information. So today we're having a centralized database which we have all the information stored, in which all units they can access from anywhere, whether using the online, right, whether using the from any place they can globally even hit into the full database, and they're able to access the information denied. So when it comes to work wise benefits, right, cost saving, okay, with one source of accurate real time, okay, ERP reduces administration and operation cost, right? Today, working together in an environment where we have an integrated information, right? So that will able to manage your operations, prevent any disruption, operation costs, break up the information, right? Make easily decisions. So you'll be having DSS, right, a decision support system, and you'll be able to easily perform a return on investment. As well, you'll be able to know what are the forecast of your profit going to be looking how. Okay, so you'll be able to have a streamlined process. Okay, so you'll be able to big think big, and you'll be able to streamline your operations, right, into different markets. Okay, so manufacturing software automates the business operation, right, so you'll be able to have a line of production, right, your channels, and you will be able to know how many lines of production are being working together. You will be able to save the exhaustive costs, or the waste we call it, right. You will be able to know what is the amount of raw materials you have currently and how much items you'll be able to produce, and that will be in a matter of seconds, just an efficiency, right. Streamline the efficiency process throughout. Okay, so mobility, so the easily you will be able to access centralized database. You will be able to get easily the information. You can work from home, office, from global, local. That reporting, so you'll be able to have any sort of reports. You'll be able to customize the report that you require. Okay, so you will be having lacking of complexity of that area. They will be able to run the users. They will be able from different departments run the reports and all that. Okay. Productivity, similarly, so save time, right. You will be able to produce large scale items, right, at a certain time that's been planned. You'll be able to have compliance, so you'll be working as a standard organization, right, having an approved ERP system, and that gives confidence to your suppliers, to your customers as well, that you are implementing your operations in a more fashionable and a compliance way. Flexibility, so you're going to be having an automated system, so everyone will be feel either to be flexible in how to work with that systems, right, and also you'll be able to adapt the business that is being grown from time to time and all that. So customer service, either they will be able to maintain the records from your CRM, right, customer relation management. They will be able to have a data representative of all your clients. They will be able to record that. They will be able to target those customers again for new products, for current and new products, and you'll be having even a metric scale on how the customer, he is thankful to your product, and how they are promoting your product to other up level dimensions. Security, all the data will be secure. You don't have to worry. So you will be having a data being secured. You will make sure that you won't have a loss of data, because there are data repositories and backup being taken, right? And it provides you with an improvement of accuracy and consistency of all data through built resources and firewall protection. So that comes us to the end of chapter 1, and hope that session was of great pleasure to you, right? And we're gonna be looking on to next time on the chapter 2 ERP technologies. So bear with us, right? And we hope to meet you soon. Thank you very much. This is Muhammad Zaki, PMO Director.